Salut Year 8 et bienvenue au cours pour aujourd'hui. Alors aujourd'hui, on va continuer les contrôles. There's more assessment today. We're looking at the reading assessment and you're going to have a go at that today. Now remember what I said last lesson, we looked at that really challenging listening assessment. It's the same thing. You're doing a year 9 assessment and with that you have to remember that year 9s have chosen their options, have been put into sets, have more lessons than you've had, so it is a really big challenge, but you've worked so hard and your French has been so good and you made so much progress this year that this is a good test and a good challenge for you today. Now, just like the listening, today's reading assessment goes all the way up to what used to be a grade C at GCSE. That's a grade 4 to 5. Therefore, some of the activities you'll look at could easily be on a GCSE paper, which you're 3 years away. So keep that in mind today. It is a big challenge, but there's nothing you can't handle. You're good at this, you've got the skills, and it feels really good to do some work that's too hard, but that you're getting marked for it. It will show just how well you can do. And also, that's what it's all about. When you're out of your depth and you're learning, that's when you make the most rapid learning. You learn the most by being really challenged and pushing yourself, particularly in a language, and that's what it's all about. When you go to France when you're older, you're going to be out of your depth when you're talking to people in French, and it's sink or swim. If you use your skill and use your knowledge, you will be able to speak French and communicate, which, guys, is what we're all here for and what it's all about. So today, aujourd'hui, we're going to carry on with the reading assessment, but before that, I just want to spend some time talking about your homework today. Let's have a look. So we're setting the homework straight away because next lesson will be your writing assessment. Now this writing assessment will need to be emailed to me and I will be marking it, which is quite difficult on a computer, but it can be done. I will be marking it for you, so you will get a level back for this. So your preparation is going to be absolutely crucial to make sure you can do this. If you don't prepare for a writing assessment, you're not going to get good marks. Now I just want to point out now that this is to be in controlled conditions, so any use of translators, any use of looking up words, you'll get an instant 0, which is really going to affect your score and your overall for the year. So don't use anything. I want it to be a test of what you've got. Here I've got the long list of questions. Now I've updated this. Facebook has changed to social media. So the first question says, what will say, what are you going to do on social media when? So here I've got a list of questions that we've covered for your homework. The first thing I want you to do is write ideal answers. That is task number 1. I want ideal answers, the best answers you can make. So you can use your book, you can use like vocabulary to help you. I want you to create great writing, the best answer you possibly can. Then I want you to cover up your best answer and do what we call at GCSE, have a go blind. Right, what this means, yeah, is that you have written your best answer and you've got it in your head, then say, right, cover it up. What do I do on social media? What can I write? And you try and remember your best answer. Then I want you to compare and revise. So you're going to look at what you've written, look at your best, be like, oh, I missed that out. Oh, I wanted to say that, but I didn't know how to say it. So revise your best answer again, and then go again. Have another go, redraft. So you are attempting, look at this writing, it's so hard to write with the mouse. You, look at that, oh my god, you will need to redraft your answers to check what you've got, and that way, if you do that, you'll develop your ideas and you'll make some really nice sentences. Then when it comes to the exam, when I pick some of these questions, you'll be able to remember your best draft and you'll be able to smash it out. So that's what you need to do. Some of you in the class do this so well. I've seen in the back of some people's books pages and pages and pages of preparation from you year 8 this year. Other people, I've seen like 1 line for each one, and when it comes to giving the top grades, you know who's going to get them. Spend 40 minutes on this, take your time, make sure you're prepared for next lesson. Use the 4-part method like I've just explained and you will do well. So this is for next time. Mais pour aujourd'hui, c'est l'examen de lecteur. Donc, vous savez ce qu'il faut faire. All 6 things up here come up today. Donc, mettez-moi sur pause et quand la vidéo est mise sur pause, Essayez de traduire. Comment dire per week en français, par mois. Comment dire I want, je... Pensez de ça, hein? Donc, comment dire les choses ici? Traduisez l'anglais en français pour vous aider. Je vous ai donné la première lettre. Alors, put me on pause, guys. When you think you've got all 6, restart me. I'll go through your answers and I'll talk very quickly about what we're going to do today. Bon courage, on y va. Hello, mes petits. Right, guys, let's see what you've got then. If you can hear me, you should be ready for the answers for our contrôle de post-it. So today we're testing your reading skills, as I said on slide 1. We're going to do some warm-ups first, just to go through some tactics that you'll be needing to use to do well, and also to do a little bit of revision on the vocabulary. Then I'll talk through the reading paper bit by bit by bit. I'll explain each activity so you know exactly what to do and you're happy to go for it. Then it's down to you. You'll set a timer and you'll just give it your best. I think some of you are going to do really, really well and enjoy this today. Alors donc, I hope so. Alors, that is what it's all about. These 6 words are absolutely crucial today. So did you know them all? Let's have a little look. Per week veut dire par semaine. Donc par is per or by, and then a semaine is a week. You need to know this word is feminine. I want, c'est je veux. Je veux faire quelque chose. Remember, it comes from vouloir, which is our verb to want. And to remember it, it's one of the Jingle Bells ones. Voulons, voulez, veulent. You've got to know a verb inside out for GCSE. Alors, numéro 3. I'm going to go. I'm going is je vais. And then after je vais in the future, use an infinitive. So je vais aller. Voilà. I am going to go. Now, this is important today, because to get that top GCSE mark, the 4 or the 5, you'll need to know whether they're talking in the past, the present, or the future. And if you see je vais aller or je vais and any other infinitive, you know that's going to be in the future tense. That is worth big marks today. Alors, numéro 4, we're going to see, future tense again, c'est nous allons voir. So it's our verb aller plus an infinitive. You've got to know how aller changes. It's another song. Je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, elles vont. Voilà. And then all you do is add an infinitive. Be careful of the future tense today. You have been warned. This is coming for you. If you can recognize it, if you know when they're talking in a different time frame, you're going to get a higher grade. Alors, numéro 5, are you coming? We learnt this module with our invitations. C'est tu viens. Tu viens means like, do you want to come with us? Et finalement, I went. This one is so tricky because it's in the past, but it doesn't follow our past tense patterns because it's a motion verb. So rather than saying I have gone, in French you say I am gone. Comment dire? C'est je suis allé. So it doesn't look like the other past tense verbs that we've looked at because it's a motion verb. Remember, it's not je, it's je suis. That's your other little clue. You need to know this means I went is coming for you today. Alors, right guys, bon effort ici. If you didn't do that well on this post-it note test, I don't think you're ready for the reading. When you go and memorize for 20 minutes, go through some of the key vocabulary, have a little look through again, and then revisit this and join us after this slide, and then I think you'll be more ready and more prepared for it. This is what you need to do during lockdown. It's about independence. You need to decide what you want to do and when. Alors, right guys, if you did do well on this, you're ready for our first challenge. We're going to do a bit of revision before we look at the reading assessment. On y va. Et alors, donc, la première activité qu'on va faire, c'est un peu de préparation, un peu de révision avant de faire le contrôle de lecteur. Alors donc, c'est facile. Ici, sur la boîte bleue, vous avez les questions en français. Par exemple, voilà, qu'est-ce que tu fais sur les réseaux sociaux? Comment tu trouves Marc? Il faut trouver le pair entre la question et les réponses ici. Il y a les réponses possibles dans la boîte orange ici. Par exemple, numéro 1, qu'est-ce que tu fais sur des réseaux sociaux? Il faut chercher où est-ce qu'il parle des réseaux sociaux. Le premier, je suis méga fan de musique pop? Non. Je le trouve lunatique? Non. Je veux bien, merci? Non. C'était affreux, il a vomi partout, blog? Absolument pas. Donc les possibilités E, F, J, H, is one of these. Qu'est-ce que c'est qui parle ici des réseaux sociaux? trouver la paire entre la question et les réponses. Le défi additionnel aujourd'hui, c'est ici. J'ai mis quelques mots difficiles en A. Regardez, donc ici c'est en A. Et ici, et ici, et ici. Il faut traduire les mots en A en anglais pour moi. Alors, let's say 3 minutes for this task. Put a minuteur on your portable pour 3 minutes. Put me on pause, and then when you're ready for the answers, restart the video and I'll go through them. Bon courage, mes petits. 3 minutes sur les minuteurs. 3, 2, 1. Allez, on y va. Allez. Hello, mes petits. Let's see how you've got on then with this. If you're hearing me now, you've done your best for 1 to 8 and you're ready for the answers. Donc, on y va, mes petits. Le premier disait, qu'est-ce que tu fais sur réseaux sociaux? Donc, réseaux sociaux, c'est le mot clé ici. Qu'est-ce que c'est en anglais? Les réseaux sociaux, ça veut dire social media, or literally it's a social network. So, what do you do on social networks? We worked all the way down our example and we said it's entre E, F, J et H. Donc, regardez, je la trouve assez timide, absolument pas. Et voilà, je partage des photos avec mes amis. Et voilà, that is the only possibility. It's the only one. Now, you'll see this today on your reading assessment. They don't mention réseaux sociaux. There's nothing to do with that. This is your only clue. I share photos and that's just a possible activity. It's going to be that subtle today. You'll need to be on point. Alors, numéro 2, comment tu trouves Marc? Et on a question 3 et 4. Ce sont très similaires. Donc, 2 dit comment tu trouves Marc. 3 dit comment tu trouves Aurélie. Et 4 dit comment tu trouves Jacques et Perrine. Alors, pour les opinions, il y a 3 possibilités. H et E et B. Et voilà. Can't you have all these B, E, and H any way around for these 3? Because they're all telling you what they think of people. Non, absolument pas. Il faut penser de masculin, Marc, féminin, Aurélie, et pluriel, Jacques et Perrine. Et donc, comment tu trouves Marc? Il doit être masculine. Donc, c'est B. Je le trouve absolument lunatique parce que c'est je le. Remember, we learned this piece of GCSE French. Je le trouve is I find him. You literally say in French, I, him, find. Voilà. Donc, Aurélie est féminin. Donc, elle est d'accord avec je la trouve assez timide. I, her, find quite timid. And then, you're now looking for the plural form of this, which would be je l'ai trouve, but I can't find it anywhere. It's because this is what they'll do the exam. They've done it a different way. Je pense que ils sont. Attends. Je pense que ils sont arrogants. Voilà. This is our plural one. This is the other way to say it. So you can say je le trouve, je la trouve, je la trouve. Or you can say je pense qu'il est, or je pense qu'elle est, ou je pense qu'ils sont, ou je pense qu'elles sont. And that's what they've done here. So this one has to be Ash. Et voilà. Right, guys. So far, so good. How many of you got out of 4? 4 was our target today. I didn't see the traffic lights. So if you've got up to 4 already, you've done really well. Let's get rid of the ones we've already used. Now, you'll need to do this in the exam as well. It's all trial and error. We've got rid of those. Now we're getting on to the harder part of this activity. We can look at the choices we've got left. Alors, numéro 5 dit, je vais aller à une fête, tu veux venir. Alors, ce qui est important ici, what tense is number 5 in year 8? Je vais aller. C'est futur. This is in the future tense. So, I'm going to go to a party. Do you want to come? So, G is a possible answer, isn't it? Je suis allé au bowling avec Paul. So I'm going to a party. Do you want to come? Is this saying, no, I'm going bowling with Paul? No, it's not. Because what tense is je suis allé in? It's not going to be G. This is the past tense. Alors, numéro 5 encore. Je vais aller à une fête. Tu veux venir? C'était affreux. Il a vomi partout. Blurg. Can't be that one because this is it was awful. That's in the past tense. This is in the future. So you're between two. C'est soit je suis méga fan de la musique rap, soit je veux bien, merci. Donc c'est si. Donc ça veut dire I'm going to go to a party. Do you want to come? I really want to. Thank you. Voilà. All right. 3 to go. Get rid of the one we've just used. So you've got 3 possibilities. Qu'est-ce que tu as fait hier? So again, this is a little warning. What tense is this in? Tu as fait. We've got the have, and then faire is our regular. Fait, vu, voulu, bu, voulu. Fait is did. So what have you done, or what did you do? Hier means yesterday. So we're looking for something in the past tense. So it's not a, D is in the past tense, and G is in the past tense. Which one makes sense? Qu'est-ce que tu as fait hier? C'était affreux, il a vomi partout bloc. U. Qu'est-ce que tu as fait hier? Je suis allé au bowling avec Paul. C. G. Voilà, this is the only one that matches. And then c'était comment is how you say how was it. You literally say in French it was how. So that's got to be an opinion. Matches to D. C'était affreux. Il a vomi partout. Bloc. Voilà, beautiful. Right, a bowling. Anyway, alors on continue. Et numéro 8. Quelle sorte de musique aimes-tu? The last question is always the easiest on this one. So, what sort of music do you like? It's got to match the A. Je suis méga fan de la musique rap. Et voilà. Right, guys, give yourself a mark out of 8 for this. I said today at the top, I forgot to mention it, 4 would be a pass mark. So I only want half marks today. So 4 would be a good mark. 6 or more, you're definitely ready for our reading assessment. If you got full marks, bon effort, I know some of you would have done. Let's go for our more on art, the extra challenge. You're going to see today this word. Qu'est-ce que? It means what. It literally says, what is this, that? So what is this, that you do on social media? Comment means how. So comment tu trouves is how do you find Mark. It means what do you think of Mark? We've gone through these. Je le trouve as I find him. Je la trouve as I find her. C'était comment is how you say how was it in French. You literally say it was how. C'était comment? How was it? And then finally, oh, that was all of them. Right, guys. So far so good. We've revised all the key bits of vocabulary. We've talked a bit about it. And in the activity you've just done, you've used some of our reading exam tactics that I'm going to talk about a bit now before we start the assessment. Alors mes petits, so this is all at GCSE level. Keep that in mind today when you're finding it difficult, when you're finding it a challenge, is because it's made for a bit more older students who are a bit more advanced in their French. But you can do this. You've had the same lessons as them. You can definitely get onto this more advanced level, but this will require some GCSE skills. So they're testing you with a range of skills. These tactics will help you get by when you're out of your depth today. So tactic number 1, always read through the question first. And we absolutely say this every lesson to A-level students as well. Always read through the question first. Today, all your questions are in English and they'll give you a synopsis. This means an overview of what the text is about, and they'll give you the context of the text. Is so important. So read through the questions first, have an overview, put in your mind what you're looking for, and with the context, it's so much easier to understand the foreign language. Think about Shakespeare. If you know what's happening and you know the story, it's so much easier to follow what's going on. Number 2, break it down section by section. What people do is they read the questions and then they read the entire text and then they try to answer it. Don't do that. Look at one question at a time. See if you can find the answer for that one question and go through bit by bit by bit. Otherwise your brain will be overloaded and you'll be looking for too many things at once. Be methodical. Question 1, what's the answer? Question 2, what's the answer? Go for it. Number 3, don't worry if you don't understand every word. Don't think, oh, I'm not ready for this assessment. You're not meant to understand every word. It's the same with GCSE. It's the same with A-level. Languages are just so vast that you can't learn every single word like that. It's just like English. I've been speaking English for the 23 years I've been on this planet as a young man, and there's not every English word I know, obviously. So you need to accept that you won't understand it all. When you're reading an English book and you hit a word you don't know, you don't put the book down and say, oh, I thought I could speak English, but obviously not. It doesn't work like that. You just need to keep going. Work out the gist if you can. So even if you don't understand quite a lot of the words in a sentence, Are you getting the meaning of it? Do you sort of get it? That's the skill. And today, to get a top grade, you'll need to do that and be successful at that to get those last few marks to pull you over into the top grade boundary. Alors, right guys, I've been through our tactics for today. Use them. I'm going to go through each question now. Now on your exam paper, you can type straight onto that exam paper today. The spaces are there, are made for you to type on them. If you've got a box, just put a little X in the right box. Easy. What I want you to do is work straight on the exam paper. Now, I'm going to go through each question. So, watch the PowerPoint and then you can look at it yourself and make sure you know what to do for every single question. Don't start answering. Listen to me go through each activity, and then when I'm done, then go and start answering and see what you can do. So let's go through this exam paper bit by bit by bit. Alors mes petits, so let's have a look at activity 1. Remember, read everything. What do we start with? Our questions over here, but just look at the blurb to find out what to do. Read Fabien, there he is, Rachida, there she is Sébastien, about what they say about Jérôme, whoever he is. Then complete the grid by putting a tick in the correct column. Now, just like always, guys, every person matches to 2 things. So you need 2 ticks in each column. This doesn't count, okay? It's just the example, it doesn't count. So you need 2 ticks for Fabien, 2 for Rachida, and 2 for Sébastien, and only 1 person per line. So if you tick Fabien and Rachida, no mark instantly. Only 1 person matches each statement. Okay, got that? Alors donc, on y va. What do we start reading? Always read the questions first. Go through this. So, just think about what I said before. This gives you an overview, but it also helps you out to what you're looking for. So, sometimes I find him annoying. All right, so one of them's going to say that. What's the word for annoying? You'll need to find it. Second one, he spends too much time on Facebook. So they're going to say Facebook or social media. How do you say too much time? Maybe they won't say too much time. Maybe they say all night or 5 hours a day or something. The third one, this is weird. He won't come to my house. So we've seen the verb like tu viens. We know the word for house. They're going to say that word. So who talks about maison? When you see that word, surely it's got to be that person. Look for all of these. Then when you've analysed these, have a look and work through person by person by person. So sometimes I find him annoying. Look here through the word annoying. See if we can find it. It's got to be that person. So first off, I'm looking for the word sometimes. There's a few ways to say sometimes. Parfois is one way. Quelquefois is another way. De temps en temps is another way. Okay. Can't see quelquefois anywhere. Alright, okay, so it's between these 2. So sometimes I find him annoying. It says here, parfois il ne répond pas à mes messages. Does that mean sometimes I find him annoying? If it does, then Sébastien is the match. Where's the other one? Mais de temps en temps, je le trouve pénible. Does that mean sometimes I find him annoying? If you think it does, Rachida matches. See what I've done? From looking at the English, I've picked out some keywords, and with that, that's helped me when I'm looking at the text for the answers. So that's activity 1, easy street, 6 ticks in total. Alors, activity 2, the same thing. So let's read the blurb. Read what Chloe has put on her blog about her recent experiences. Alright, warning bells, this is going to be in the past tense. Answer the questions in English. That's really important. If you answer in French, no marks. Okay, so what do we start on? Always start with the question. So, where did Chloe meet Victor? Now watch out for traps here. Maybe she says we went here, but then I met Victor later. First thing to look for is where did Chloe meet Victor? What did she think of him? Past tense. And what did she think of him? She might say, my friend Rachida thought he was really fit, but I thought he was ugly. What does she think of him? What was their first date like? Okay, so this is a new thing. She's going to talk about the first date. You need to know all of this. So let's go through. Where did she meet them? So, en général, je ne sors pas beaucoup. Je préfère passer mes temps sur Facebook. Si je sors, j'aime aller au cinéma. So if I go out, I like going to the cinema. She's not mentioned Victor yet. Avec mes amis, quelquefois je vais à un concert parce que j'adore la musique. Récemment. Right, here we go. This first question's in the past tense, and here, where did she meet him is in the past tense. All of this so far has been present tense. So it's very interesting, but it's not where our answer is. Récemment, je suis allé à un concert de reggae dans ma ville et c'est là que j'ai rencontré Victor. So this sentence is where my answer is. What's the answer? You see what I've done there? Those first 3 lines about Facebook, going to the cinema, they're not in the right tense. That's where the answer is after récemment. This is what you need to do. Go through each part like that to get the answer. That is part 2. Alors, now we're getting a bit tougher. Same thing again, always start up here. Read these conversations on Facebook. When they wrote this, Facebook was big. I know it's not anymore. Read these conversations on Facebook, then complete the sentences by writing the correct names. So this is meant to be like a WhatsApp chat with all these people talking about going out and who wants to do what and who's coming and who's not. So over here, you've got the example. Who is trying to organise a night out at the cinema? The answer is Lydie B. Salut, je vais au cinéma samedi. Qui veut m'accompagner? Armand va venir. Qui veut dire en anglais? Hi, I'm going to the cinema on Saturday. Who wants to come with? Arno is going to come, like as well. So read through the English first. Someone goes to the cinema every weekend. So all you're doing is writing the names of these people here next to the right thing. So who says what? So someone goes to the cinema every weekend. How do you say every weekend? Yeah, that's your clue you need to look forward to. So if tous les jours is every day, tout le temps is all the time, every weekend is going to be tous les weekends. Who says that? That's your person. You write their name there. Who doesn't want to go if Arnaud is going? It's not very nice on Arnaud. So have a little look. Who talks about Arnaud? See what to say. All you need to do is write the people's names in. Everyone can only match one time only. So Lydie B has been used. You can't use her again. Get rid of her to help you out. Alors mes petits, et le dernier. Now this is the one. Look at the size of this text and just how complex it is. This has got loads of unknown language. It's got loads of different tenses. It's got loads of tricks and it's really going to test you. This is the one that you'll need to pick up some marks on if you want the top score. And it's just like the real GCSE. The last question is really, really challenging. So enjoy the challenge. That's what it's all about. Same rules apply. Read through the blurb at the top and then read through the questions first. In fact, it's more important to do these tactics really well. So I'd spent quite a chunk of time before I looked at this text just going through and checking the English and helping you out. And I'll show you some things my A-levelers do to help them. So first off, it says, read what Robin, I think that's the boy way to spell it, says about himself. Then complete the sentences by ticking the correct answer. Okay, so it's all about this boy Robin. Don't think of looking at the text yet. The example says Robin is looking for friends who like music. Okay, fine. Robin thinks that he is nice, shy, moody. So what A-level students do is they'd write the French next to these for things to look out for. So nice, there's a few ways to say it. Sympa, gentil, maybe. Shy is timide, moody, lunatique, fou, anything like that. Write what they can do. Yesterday, he. Okay, first trap. Yesterday. What tense is this? Think about it. What tense is it? So you need to look for something in that tense. Here he's talking about d'habitude. That means usually. That's not in that text. Here it says hier. What does that mean? So whereabouts does your answer lie? This is what you need to do. So he bought a new album, he listened to a new album, or he downloaded a new album. So A-level, they put bought here, the verb, they put listened here, and they put downloaded here, because you know you've got to be specific on this. And you can see how close those 3 answers are. So they're really testing your vocab on this. Next Saturday. What tense is that in? If it's next Saturday, it's in the future. He's going to go to a concert, he's going to go bowling, he's going to go to a party. So have a little look. Where does it talk about next weekend? Here. So everything he mentions before here is obviously a trap. This is where he's talking about next weekend. What's he going to do? Guys, this one is really, really tough. Think about the text, tenses, think about our rules. Make sure you prepare really hard before you have a go at this activity. So that's the explanation of each task. excuse me, you can go back and watch the video when you start if you're unsure about this. There's nothing wrong with that. Just to go through and make sure you know what to do. I'm now just going to show you the mark scheme avant que tu commences. Alors mes petits, right guys, so here's our mark scheme for today. Just like last time, it's exactly the same as the listening mark scheme, the same levels and the same to do. So it's out of 24. So you can see what's average, about 2.1. Yeah, this stage. So a 2.1 would be a strong score, like probably above average. So I'd definitely take a 2.1. So you can drop 10 marks to get that. That's quite a lot of marks to drop. Yeah, out of a paper of 24, dropping 10 marks is significant. So that just shows you how challenging this is. That'd be a good grade. You can get all the way up to 4.2, and remember, in French and in Spanish, if you do both languages, we're really strict on giving out those 4s because we don't give them to some year 11s. In fact, some of my year 11s that I've just taught in set 3, they are getting a 3 for their GCSE, and when they take the exams they get a 3. So to give a 4 in year 8, we've got to make sure that you are at that GCSE level, otherwise it's no good. So if you get a 4 today, that means if you sat the GCSE this summer, you would have got a 4 then. It's always the same. So that's a huge place to be. Keep in mind you should go up at least 1 grade a year. So if you get a 2 at the end of year 8, you should be a 3 year 9, a 4 year 10, a 5 year 11. So that's the minimum what we expect you to go up. That's whereabouts you should be. So that's the mark scheme. Mes petits, you're on your own. So you can go back and watch the explanations for each task if you want. I'd set a timer for 30 minutes. That's more than enough time. You should probably complete it before then, but you've got 30 minutes maximum. Remember our survival techniques. You can write it straight on the sheet and then you can email me the sheet. Simple. Go for it, guys. Bon courage. Remember what we've talked about. Give it your absolute best, and I'm looking forward to marking them and seeing how well you've done. Alors, bon effort mes petits. Bon courage, hein? Put me on pause and off you go. I'll see you next time for our writing assessment. Merci et au revoir.